Hello everyone, and welcome to another bullet journaling video. So today I am doing my July spreads, and for July I decided to do a coffee theme. So you will see some coffee stains and coffee beans on some of these spreads. So if you've watched any of my previous bullet journaling videos, I usually have printed pages and I color on the other side of the printed page. However, last month was the last set of printed pages I had in this bullet journal. It only came with 6 months worth of printed pages. So this month and from here on out, I will have to make my own pages. So you will see I have created all the different pages that I think I would use the most. Some of them, like the to-do list, I didn't make. I was able to more customize it in this way of things that I think I use the most. And also I was able to try out some new things as well. I was excited to do my own pages instead of the printed ones, just because for mood trackers, you can do really fun things with that. Whereas I couldn't really do that before because it was already done for me. But also it took a lot more work and effort. So, there's pros and cons to it. This first page is my month calendar page, and I also got new markers as well. I talked about it in a vlog recently when I bought them, but they are like brush tips, so I'm able to color in things more quickly than with the markers that I have before because they're very fine tip. So it actually is really helpful for my highlights page, which you will see later. It was a lot faster for me to do because the brush tips are much thicker. And so I decided to do a cute little outline of all the boxes on the calendar with one of the brush tips, and I really like how it came out. It gives a little bit of dimension. So like I said, I am doing a coffee theme, and so I used a coaster that I have. It's actually a Taylor Swift coaster to make the coffee stains on this page, which I think is really fun. This next page is my mood tracker, and I decided to make all the days little coffee cups, and I will fill in the coffee cup based on the color of the mood that I had for the day. Also, if you're wondering, I was listening to the audiobook for The House on the Cerulean Sea while I was doing these pages. I really enjoyed that book, and I got through a lot of it during this time. So for the mood tracker, I decided to only put down 7 different moods that I could potentially mark throughout the month. I think 3 of them are happier moods and 4 of them are sadder moods, or not as positive moods, I guess. And that's because I kind of use this to track like my mental health as well. So while I do have good days, I tend to have a lot of bad days. I am thinking about doing an anxiety tracker in future months, but we'll see as time goes on if I decide to do that or not. As you can see, I did test out some white gel pens that I bought recently when I bought those other brush tip markers. I thought about using them to write out the specific mood on my mood tracker page, but I decided against it because I thought it would clash with the ones that were written in black. It's hard to see on camera, but I can still read what the boxes say on my bullet journals, so I kind of just left it at the black ink. So the next page I'm working on is my habit tracker, and so I'm doing this a little bit different than the way my bullet journal had me do habit trackers in the past. I made the little habits out of coffee ring circles, which I think brings in the coffee theme as well. And I'm only tracking 4 habits this month, which usually I think I track 5. I also did forget to write in the habits as I was doing this. I ended up writing them in later, so I apologize that I didn't actually complete this page. Next is my page tracker. This is a tracker I do every month. So this one was pretty easy to plan out because I have done this previously, so I kind of already know what I'm doing and where everything needs to go, so it doesn't really take too long for me to do this page. This is my highlights page. Again, this is another page that I do every month, so I really know what I'm doing with this page. Like I said, I do have these new fancy brush tip markers, and so it made doing this page a lot faster because I used to have to color it in line by line, whereas with this it only takes me 2 or 3 strokes to color in the boxes because the brush tips are much thicker, and it really was a lifesaver while I was doing this page. So this is a new page that I wanted to try out that I've seen on TikTok and in other places. It's a time tracker. A lot of people use them for sleep, but I decided I'm going to use it to track the time sleeping, reading, working, and working on YouTube that I spend every day. This is something new. I just wanted to try it out this month. If it doesn't work, I won't do it next month, but it was something I wanted to test out. I will say that writing all these numbers took so freaking long. I think it took me like 15 minutes just to write in all the numbers. If I do this in the future, I probably will just make one set of numbers on the top as a row and then leave it blank and not fill in all these numbers like I'm doing here, because this took me way too long and my hand was cramping so badly. So this is the last page. This is going to be my memories page like I do every month. Again, we have the little coffee stains, and I will fill in the pictures at the end of the month. Here's a look of my overall spreads. I think that they turned out really well, especially for it being my first month of actually making some of these spreads. I really like the coffee theme as well. I think it's cute and fairly simple to do. That's it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure you're subscribed down below so you don't miss any future plan with me's, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!